So, I wish to speak a little bit about donations. And the power of donating, giving without expecting anything in return. And we can always do this. You see, even if we are living on the street and we're having a very hard time to get the money that we need for the day for the things we need, like food or whatever, even if we're living on the street, we can still donate. And the power of doing this, even when you don't have anything and you are willing to give. This is giving is receiving. So it doesn't work if you are giving and expecting to receive something in return. In the end, it will all come back to you, however you do. But the better way to do it is to be willing to give without expecting anything in return. So what I do is that, and I don't have a lot of money, but I have enough money to share it. And I don't, even if I only have 20 euros in my bank account, I can give 10 euros to someone who needs it more than me. You understand? And I'm not saying you have to give away 50% of everything that you earn and everything that you have, but just 10%. Just consider it. Even if you think that you will not have enough money to pay your just make sure that you have enough to sustain yourself. But don't be greedy, and don't hold on to money and be attached to it. And I know that we want to save up sometimes and do certain things, and it's totally fine to do that. But even if you're doing that, you can still give. Even if you're just giving 1% of your earnings to someone who needs it more than you. For example, an NGO, like a non-government organization who is, there's so many non-government organizations that are doing great things for this earth and for our human community. So I believe that it's better to give to a non-government organization, but do your research. Also, don't give to any organization, because there's plenty of black magic organizations out there which just wants your money, and they don't like scammers, you know. So do your research and don't just give money to any organization. Even the big organizations, like, I'm not gonna name any names here, but the big organizations, the big so it's like government organizations, right? I don't wanna really say my opinion about that, but I guess you can make sense of it in your own head. And just don't, like, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying it's bad, and there might be some government organizations out there which is great, like some organizations out there that are good government organizations, but there are some that you have to be a little bit cautious and careful about. So just consider donating money, and don't do it with the expectation of getting something in return. Don't do it because and think of yourself as you're such a great being now for giving money to someone who needs it more than you, and go around and brag about it with your friends. This is the wrong way of giving. And if you give and you get some status from this, and you feel like you can be proud of yourself because you're sharing your money with, like, of course you can be proud of yourself internally, but it's not something that you have to go around and brag about with your friends or strangers or wherever you are. Like, keep this to yourself. But do consider to give, and do consider to give with compassion for other beings, and that you want to help them. Because when we do this, we do get things in return, but not because we want things in return. So you need to really you have to differentiate between this. Like, if you're giving and expecting something in return, and you're doing it to go around and brag about it, it's not good. But if you're doing it from your heart, from compassion, then you are creating wellness in this world and more abundance for yourself. Because in the end, what is the difference between you and those over there suffering, needing the money more than you? Isn't it all one? So when you give to them, you're giving to yourself. And when you give to yourself, you want to give to yourself with compassion and love, unconditionally, without expectations. That's it for this video. I wish you a lovely day, attuned with nature, in full harmony with the mystical unfoldings of life. Compassion, peace, harmony, and understanding for other beings and yourself.